And we stand today at a unique and extraordinary moment. The crisis in the Persian Gulf, as grave as it is, also offers a rare opportunity to move toward an historic period of cooperation. Out of these troubled times, our fifth objective, a new world order, can emerge.
We will be looking at what contact tracing looks like in the New World Order.
Once we shut down the virus and deliver economic relief to workers and businesses, then we can start to build back better than before.
We owe it to future generations to build back better.
Here, I'll put it up for you here, yeah? So there's the video.
For retail, a digital banknote that could be used alongside...
Right, so that's the guy who runs our economy in the UK. His name's the Chancellor of the Exchequer. And here is the article. Bank of England tells ministers to intervene on digital currency programming, yeah? And here's a quote from the article. Digital cash could be programmed to ensure it is only spent on essentials or goods which an employer or government deems to be sensible. Holy. I'm going to take it one step further for you, Joe, right? So the vaccine passport infrastructure is in place. But now we know that the vaccine doesn't stop infection or transmission, but the checkpoint Charlie exists everywhere. They bring in digital banking, central banking digital currencies. You've got a scenario now that you're checking in and out everywhere you go using vouchers that are programmed and you can only spend where you're told you can spend them. There's another word for that, man. That's called the Chinese social credit system.
Folks, we're in a crisis. Just like we need to be a unified nation in response to COVID-19, we need a unified national response to climate change. And from this crisis, from these crises, I should say, we need to seize the opportunity to build back and build back better.
Fauci is part of the Great Reset. He's a big part of it. Was one of the most powerful people on the planet ever to exist, and I can prove it to you. No one has ever had the power to stop the movements, the breathing, and the medical behavior of billions of people just because he went on television to say it. Your breathing, your medical decisions, vaccines, your job, your employment, whether you could serve in the military, you could travel, you can go to other countries, all of it was straight through him. And it was really brilliant when you think about it from the Great Reset crowd, because they were not able to get the Great Reset in just through talking about BLM and CRT. That's part of it, we'll get into it. They weren't able to get it in just by turning men against women like the Me Too movement. No. They needed to make fear so widespread, the object of control, that everybody was going to comply. And I could say, just based on the emails and the messages I've received from so many of these people, you guys took my message and Jack's message and a message similar to that so to heart. And it was a challenge of, hey, go be a citizen and not a subject. Yes. Go make the next year about a year of action. So let's go. Let's look what happened in this last year. In this last year, where you guys could have gave up, where you saw what you're up against with Klaus Schwab, World Economic Forum, Bill Gates, mandatory vaccines, mask mandates, and all this. You guys went to work. You guys started showing up at school board meetings all across this area. You guys started to ask questions. You guys started to run for school board. The American homeschooling population quadrupled in the last year. That's a threat to the Great Reset, by the way. That is a direct threat to the Great Reset. When parents start to get back into taking ownership of the education. We started to see school boards flip. That's right. We saw the news of what happened in Virginia. We saw what happened in New Jersey. We're not just the political side of it, but all of a sudden we started to see, and we're living through it right now, the rise of the citizen. Where all of a sudden, the plumbers, the electricians, the police officers, the teachers, the people that otherwise were on the sidelines, they're getting into the game. This is no longer where I'm telling you, you guys got to do it. You are doing it.
After 70 years, that's what he goes there for, is to unlock the door. Well, those around him criticize and sleep.